What's wrong? They were just standing there. They didn't do anything. Or did they? Inaction is an active choice that makes the chooser complicit. Doing nothing is doing something. My name is Erenstoft. These excerpts come from chapter 5 of my book, Conscious Intelligence. Standing idle while an injustice or harm to another occurs, what is that? It is a crime, at least of humanity, of character. At best, it's immoral and inhumane. It takes courage to cut against the grain, against the status quo, against biases, against consensus. But to stand silent while another suffers is unconscionable. We cannot address suffering unless we bear witness to it, understand it, seek to identify its source, and account for it, being accountable, holding ourselves accountable. This especially means observing the role, if any, we might be playing in the cause of the suffering, what complicity we may have in its remaining status quo, and what we are willing to place at stake to facilitate its transformation. That's not a privilege. That's being human. That's social justice. And for those with compassion and empathy, it is painful day after day to witness suffering in this world, feeling sorry for those who have not. How do we bear the enormity of suffering without allowing it to wholly consume us? Well, first, we are well served to remind ourselves that it's not about us or our suffering. Now, we don't need to have all of the answers, but we can be a channel for change. We must strive to become a channel for change. The question here is not, what do we do? Rather, the question becomes, who do we need to be? Doing nothing is doing something. The subtle distinction hides in plain sight. To stand idly silent while another suffers is unconscionable, immoral, and it's unhuman. Another option is to turn and face these circumstances, bear witness to them, and when appropriate, say enough and mean it. Back it up with conviction, not just sentiment. Something to consider. My name is Erenstoft, and this is Conscious Intelligence.